Hey friends, so today's video is going to be my updated skincare routine for 2019. There's not a whole lot that's different, but there's a few things that I've added to it and or omitted from it. So I figured I would do an updated one because I've had so many people ask me about like, Evie, what do you put on your skin to make it so porcelain and smooth? All this stuff. I don't scrub it for one thing. That is the tea though. I don't physically exfoliate this mug. Let's just get on to the products, okay? We'll start with cleansing, which is pretty much the same whether it's the morning or the evening. Almost all the time in the morning I use the Bioderma Sensibio H2O micellar water. This is by far my favorite micellar water I've ever tried. I'd been using the La Roche-Posay for a very, very long time because that was the only one I could get readily available that actually worked for my face. So the Bioderma is better. It's just good and it's cheaper too. Like it's cheaper for the amount you get. This is so good and it doesn't smell like anything. Like it smells like
nothing.
You can get this at Riley Rose if you have any of those stores around you. Otherwise, I believe you have to buy this online. The only other place I've been able to get it was at Uwajimaya, which is the like giant Asian market in downtown Seattle, which doesn't make any sense, but you know, I just put this on a cotton pad, wipe all my makeup off, wipe all the debris off, and it's done and it's good and it's perfect. If I am in the shower or at night and I feel extra dry or extra like I have so much stuff on my face, I've been using the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm and I'm almost done with it. I like it. I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it because I don't use it as much as like would justify buying a whole nother tub, you know? So if you have another cleansing balm that you recommend that might be a little bit cheaper, let me know. I know there's a K-Beauty one that exists, but I can't remember the brand name. I got a sample of it at Riley Rose though. But this was a good one. If you like Clinique, if your skin is very sensitive, it's really good for sensitive skin. That's what I found. All of these things are good for sensitive skin. Did we mention that? Because I got sensitive skin. How many times has Abby said sensitive? I don't know. So after cleansing, I tone and I use the Lush Aroma Water toner water. It is made with rose and lavender water, literally the ingredients. Lavender water, rose water, and then some like naturally occurring chemicals and essential oils. And then preservative, cause it's water. I love this toner water. I've been using it for no, like probably 7 years now. It comes in a spray bottle. This whole bottle lasts me almost an entire year because I use it twice a day. I do like a few spritzes on my face. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. I love it. I love it. And it's so relaxing. And especially during the summertime, put this in your fridge.
Oh my God, it's so good.
This thing particularly helps to have everything else absorb a lot better into my skin, my moisturizers, my serums. Sometimes I'll switch the order in which I do things, but this will come directly after cleansing, usually. But I particularly love it. I love you, Lush. Now here comes for a slight adjustment in my routine. I have two serums here. One is a lactic acid 5% plus hyaluronic acid 2%. This is from The Ordinary, and this is something that I've had for about a year now. I don't remember how, 12 months, so I should finish it up very soon. This is a chemical exfoliant that I use probably every other night. I don't use it during the day because using chemical exfoliants during the day is probably not the best thing to put on your face with the sun. Nighttime, this is a nighttime thing. It's really, really nice. I love the scent of it. It smells like printer paper, but it hasn't broken me out. It makes my skin feel a lot softer, and I feel like it helps a lot with the dryness and like the peeliness that happens on my nose. And like I said, I've owned this for a long time. I was fully ready to purchase a different kind of lactic acid when the whole Ordinary weird thing going on with Brandon, his name was Brandon, right? When all that was going on, I was fully ready to pick a different brand. But now that they've kind of kicked him out and kind of revamped the brand, I will probably repurchase this because it's very inexpensive and I love it. So yes. And then a product that I discovered whilst I was not purchasing from The Ordinary and before I found out that Brandon had been kicked to the curb. This is a 100% pure hyaluronic acid from Skin Deva. Skin Deva actually gifted me this. I got this via Octoly, and it's just a hyaluronic acid. I needed to find a replacement for Buffet, which has like a gajillion things in it, but I didn't necessarily feel like I needed something with like all the peptides and everything right off the bat. I just wanted something that had that hyaluronic acid in it because I feel like that helps my skin so much, because it helps my skin just absorb water and moisture, and it makes it feel more plump, and it just helps it like not feel as like dry and tight. And I've been using this almost every single day. Every day when I'm not using that, I use this every morning and every other night, and I really, really like it. It hasn't broken my skin out all, which is something that I am always wary of. It has not freaked my skin out. It has not made it itch. It works, and I have sensitive as fuck skin. Again, the brand is Skin Deva. This is relatively inexpensive as well. I believe it's $14.99. I will have a link to the product in the description below, and I really enjoy it. I'll probably repurchase it once I run out of it, unless I find something that I like even more in the process of me finishing this, but it's nice. It's a nice texture. It is light enough to where it just like absorbs really quickly, but like not so light to where I still feel like it's doing something, and it doesn't really have much of a smell to it at all. Yeah, literally no scent to it, which is nice because I don't necessarily like a lot of smells in my things unless it's like a particular scent. Thank you, Octoly. Thank you, Skin Deva, for sending me this. I really like it, and I recommend it to my fellow dry sensitive babes. They also have other pure things. I think they have a matrixyl solution at Skin Deva as well, but they have a handful of other acids and stuff like that, but I will leave a link to that in the description below as well. Now on to moisturizing. Lush Celestial Facial Moisturizer is something that I don't think I will find another moisturizer that I like more than this. I think this will be my forever moisturizer. This is bae. This is my ride or die of moisturizers. It has almond milk, Dove orchid extract, vanilla water, almond milk, cocoa butter, and glycerin, which I highly recommend for those of you who have dry skin. Find something with glycerin in it because it helps to like lock stuff on your face and to create a moisture barrier to like hold things in it. It works. You know how like Vaseline, like when you put it on your body, it just like kind of locks stuff in. It doesn't actually add moisture, but it just like holds moisture in. Glycerin adds moisture, but it also just like locks that stuff in. It feels so soft on the skin without feeling silicone-y, and there's no silicones in this obviously, and it smells like vanilla yogurt, which I love it. It smells so good with all that almond and vanilla. The only thing is if you're allergic to nuts, you can't use this, but the one problem with Lush moisturizers is that they apply a lot of like nut oils. So if you're allergic to nuts or tree nuts, kind of out of luck with the regular kind of moisturizers. But they do have solid stuff as well and solid things in the UK that you can use too. But Celestial is forever my recommendation for people who are sensitive and dry because it is so very good. And it is not that expensive. It's like $24. So for a moisturizer, it's a good price. Like it's a good price for a moisturizer. It's so worth it. This one was made by Lewis. Hi, Lewis. Hello. Lewis. And as of late, I have been mixing in an oil into my Celestial, especially during this winter crusty crust months. It's been very cold. I got two samples actually of the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil from Drunk Elephant from Sephora. Now, would I purchase this at full size? Probably not. Unless I have an extensive amount of disposable income, which I don't, I will never buy the full size of this. However, Marula oil is just great. The Ordinary has a Marula oil, which I will probably buy as soon as that lactic acid is out, maybe beforehand because I'm out of these two samples. What I've been doing is putting my Celestial in my fingers and then putting a couple of drops in it to add that extra oil in there, and it just feels so nice, especially at nighttime. I don't necessarily like applying it directly onto my skin because I find with straight oil on my face, my foundation doesn't apply nearly as nicely, like it breaks up a little bit, but when I mix this in the like emollient moisturizer, it works really, really well. And that's probably what I'll do when I get the actual like full size from the Ordinary. But Marula oil is a great one for people who are dry or oily. I know it's a little bit lighter than like squalene, Squalene is a bit richer, a bit heavier. Argan is a bit richer and heavier, obviously, but Marula is a nice one for pretty much most skin types. So if you're oily, don't shy away from using oils. Just make sure you look for the right kind of oils. If you guys have any questions about oils, please leave them in the comments below, because I worked at Lush for about 3 years and I know a lot about oils, just general skincare things. So yeah, this has been nice to add to that. I want Lush to use Marula oil now. I want them to use it. I mean, Lush uses Moringa. Moringa is also another really nice oil. And almost last, my eye cream. My daily eye cream is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. I love this product. It is the one eye cream that I've been able to find that does not irritate my under eyes, does not burn them, adds enough moisture, feels nice and cooling. If I can find an eye cream from a brand that does not test on animals, that is cruelty-free, please let me know if you have found something that is even remotely compatible to this from a different brand, because I love it so much. This is gonna last me so damn long. And it's such a great eye cream. Like I said, if you have sensitive under eyes, this is nice. I love it. Something about brands that like have this really minimalist kind of packaging that look more like dermatologist things that you would get kind of like intrigued me. Like, I like brands that don't go over the top with like skincare packaging, because it's like the skincare speaks for itself. We don't need fancy fucking packaging and fancy marketing gimmicks for skincare. So I appreciate all these brands for not doing that, for just being like, oh, this is just good skincare. You don't need to fucking make it fancy for the sake of it being fancy. One last thing I do want to mention that I've been using as my spot treatment. I do get blemishes here and there, especially during my period, because we all get it. This is a serum. It's an oil serum that I purchased from a brand. It's an independent brand, Flora Hue, and this is probably too old at this point because I've had this for this long, but it's the Jojoba Glow antioxidant rich facial serum to help balance, hydrate, and soothe the skin. That's not what I use this for, because it has tea tree oil in it, and what tea tree oil is good for is blemishes. So this is in a tiny little roller ball, and I put this directly on my blemishes, and I find it helps to like calm down the irritation, calm down the inflammation, and it definitely helps it heal faster, which is what I like, because I feel like there's so many like spot treatments that are like made for drying your skin out, which is like, that seems counterintuitive. It's just gonna make it
crusty.
There's so many things that I've seen for breakouts that are like drying lotion, dry that out, like take all the moisture out of the blemish. Like, no, let's nourish it, but also put some antibacterial stuff in it. So I've been really liking this as a spot treatment, and it's lasted me so long because I barely use any of it. I don't put it on my whole face. If you are more acne prone, this might work all over your face because it still is nice and oily. At nighttime, be really nice. But yeah, I just put this on spots, irritated areas. It's nice, I like it. But yeah, the brand Flora Hue. It has jojoba, argan, evening primrose, lavender, and tea tree oil. So it's got really nice healing ingredients in here. Healing and antibacterial. You're such a good oil. I haven't really been doing masks lately. I have a couple of sheet masks that I have that are like hyaluronic acid and not honey, the other thing that's made from bees. I have a handful of sheet masks that I use, but not on like a regular basis, so it's not part of like my like actual skincare. It's just like, oh, I want to do this today. It's not something that I rely on. These are things that I rely on and I use on a very regular basis. So for those of you who have been wondering what I use on my face, it's all of that. I hope this was helpful to anybody who has very dry or sensitive skin. Everybody's skin is different, so keep that in mind. Take this with a grain of salt if you do not have a similar skin type to me. If you are oily or more normal, this would probably be good, but you might not necessarily need this much oil. So don't take my word as like, this is how you're gonna get clear skin. No, this is how I have clear skin. This is how I have clean, clear, moisturized skin. If you have been looking for any product for any of those particular things, sensitive, redness, dryness, crustiness, maybe grab a sample of this. Grab a sample of a couple of these and take them home and give it a try. Thanks again to Octoly and Skin Deva for sending me that serum. I love it. Today's song of the day is... I'm gonna pick another song from the Spider-Man soundtrack because it's all I've been listening to. Today's song of the day is Home by Vince Staples. It's a really fun song. It's from the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack, which won Best Animated Feature at the Golden Globes tonight. Yay! Seriously, go see that movie. It's amazing. Seriously. It's so good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks to my patrons. I have a handful of new ones. Thank you guys so much. You're awesome. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was helpful in any way possible. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, and let me know if you are in search of something and maybe I can help out. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!